Yeah. Welcome, everybody. TIMBP Live. Happy Thursday. Happy kickoff to This is My Bourbon Weekend. I'm Perry. I'm here. Y'all are here. I'm so excited to see you guys. Thank you so much for joining me. Swan's here. Dustin's here. He's watching from the hotel room. David Jeanette. Hello, David. It's good to see you, my friend. Thank you guys so much for choosing to spend your Thursday evening with me as we slowly but surely kick off the beginning of This is My Bourbon Weekend. I am so excited for what we've got going on. Truly, I guess it really kicks off tomorrow, but I'm treating this as like I'm cutting the ribbon. And tomorrow is when everything gets crazy. Sugar Kitty's here. Meow, 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 Sugar Kitty. Derek Julian, what's going on, Derek? Cheers to you too, Scott. Good to see you, buddy. Great having some folks along. I was a little worried that we weren't going to have many folks tonight because a good majority of them came in early and are at dinner at the moment, which is totally fine and completely acceptable and understandable. But I'm just happy to hang out. I'm happy to be here. Got a little review that I'm going to be doing here in a bit for the 15 stars fine aged bourbon timeless reserve. If it would focus, maybe. Anyway, 14 years old, 103 proof. So we are going to get to that in a bit. Ooh, old Overholt 114 from Swanee. Gary Franchi, what's going on, Gary? Looking forward to seeing you on Saturday as well. Gary's going to be at the live show. Lil is in here all the way from Aussie land. Morning, all. Totally jealous you're all there. Totally jealous. Or totally sad that you're not here. French Lick Weeder. Nice. Jesse Page, what's going on, Jesse Page? Evening, everyone, and cheers to you too. Meow, 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 meow. Cheech is here, our moderator, one of the moderators for the evening, says, make sure you hit that like button. It helps this channel to be recommended to other viewers on YouTube. That is true. Hit the like button. Subscribe if you haven't done so already. It looks like we have a new subscriber. It's Beyond the Row. Thank you so much to Beyond the Row for supporting the show by subscribing. Hit the bell notification so you know when I go live and when new episodes of the podcast get uploaded, as well as new videos, just the new edited, produced videos. Working on a little bit of that at the moment. Sugar Kitty's got some Penelope Architect right now. Swan says, I have a bone to pick with the 15 stars. 15 stars but 14 years. Yeah, I mean, I imagine it's because the 15-year didn't taste as good as the 14-year, but I understand. I'm feeling the same way. Hello again to you, whiskey friend, Jeffrey Whack, the Whack Attack himself, whacking himself all over the place and attacking us with the whacking. JG, what's going on, buddy? Perry, you're creeping me out with your opening voice. Sorry about that. I can understand why it might creep you out a bit. Peter White, what's going on, Peter White? I believe that you are new to the stream. Good to see you in here. Thank you so much for being here. If you haven't yet, please subscribe to the channel. Oh, man, Lil, 103 days until Kentucky. It's going to get here before we know it. I just know it. Beyond the Row is great. I do not know Beyond the Row. They must be a whiskey channel that I'm not familiar with. Ethan Sterner, ciao, bellas. Maker's Mark 101 in the glass. Beats best Maker's Mark ever. I go a little bit more towards Maker's Cast Strength. That's the proof hound in me. But I completely understand that that notion. Sugar Kitty says, that guy is whack. That guy is whack. Indeed. What up, Brian? Sup, babe? Greetings from Charleston. Charleston, South Carolina? One of my favorite places in the world. Charleston, West Virginia? Never been there. Would love to go to Charleston, West Virginia someday, though. We got a couple of people saying what they've been drinking on. I am... What's going on, Zopher? I actually started out my evening with a little Voodoo Ranger Juicy Haze IPA. I love this beer. It's such a great beer. Dustin's landlocked. I'm landlocked! Where's the sea? That's when people tune out, is when I do that crap. Perry, can you call OBC and tell them to kick out the people that have our table? Let me call Iverson and see if he's there. That's the only way. Maybe if Akeem's there, I'd be able to do that. Or Martha. Martha's Irish. She's wonderful. One of my favorite people. Waiting for an appointment to show up, so here until they arrive. Hey, Zofer, I'm just happy to see you, man. It's great having you in chat. Ethan says, Maker's Mark cast strength is one of the few cast strengths I find to fusel? What is that word? Is that a real word? Fusel? Derek grabbed an old Fit 17 today. I thought that was just the 16 that was coming out today. I could be wrong, but congratulations either way. Go, go, Voodoo Ranger. Great beer. Ooh. Missed one, sorry. Cheers, Don. Tell them you know Perry and they will leave. That makes me sound like I'm in the Lexington, like, mafia. Speaking of mafia, RIP to Ray Liotta. Passed away in his sleep last night. One of the greats. JG says Wilderness Trail Bourbon in the glass. That sounds really nice. I always say the name of that beer to the tune of Power Rangers. I believe that. Cheers, Team Wrenches. Indeed. Oh! Emily Chambers is here. I didn't see you, Emily. I'm sorry. Am I the only one with audio issues? Am I having some audio issues? I hope I'm not having audio issues. So many people already in Lexington. I'm jealous. Jeff, I can't wait to see you tomorrow, my friend. Christopher Flagga over on Facebook. Let's date. Sorry, Chris. I'm taken, buddy. I'm very happily taken. But I appreciate that. Fusel means alcoholic. Interesting. Breathe it in, boys. They're all leaving. Good. Yeah, not Ray. It's crazy that Ray Liotta passed. He was only 67, too, which is wild. Lil wants some bacon from OBC. Absolutely. Will Hindo Henderson. Hey, everybody. Just poured some rare breed. I will join you in that because that sounds delicious. And a great way to set the palate for everything. What's going on? Mark from Food, Wine, and Whiskey says, you sound good. And Sugar Kitty says the audio is good, too. And JG says, Pink Ranger, just saying. Good stuff. Sorry, Chris. I appreciate that, though, buddy. Livewire Whiskey, what's going on? He says, sup, stud. Hey. What's happening? Okay. Well, that's going on the old whiskey floor. Andrew West, all the way in Canada. He's here. Good to see you, buddy. Hope you have been well. It's very, very good to see you in here. We got a big crowd for this early in the evening, so I guess I'll go ahead and get going with some actual bourbon instead of an IPA, a juicy, hazy IPA. Oh, rare breed. How do I love thee? Let me count the ways. You know what I want to see next? What I really want to see next. John Reese over on Facebook. Cheers. Looking forward to meeting you tomorrow. Looking forward to meeting you too, John Reese. Donnie says, howdy from the OBC kitchen. Thanks for watching while you guys are at dinner. I appreciate that. Who's on first? What's on second? Hindo says, wish I could make it this weekend going on a camping trip with the family. Y'all enjoy. Totally understand that, buddy. Ethan says, I sell beer for a living and come to whiskey channels to escape. Welcome to This Is My Bourbon Podcast, the YouTube channel. These Thursday night live streams are my favorite thing in the world because I really just get to sit here and chat with you guys. And I'm excited about this review. Hold on. What? Swan? Am I excited about Russell's Reserve 13 coming back this year? That's a thing? Like, it's officially coming back this year? When did that happen? Is that like a TTB label that I haven't seen yet? Hold on. Everybody, just hold on 2 seconds. I need to do something. You guys follow Ordinary People memes on Instagram? Because if you don't, you really, really should. I'm not seeing... Was it announced? Okay, I got to show you. First of all, I got to show you guys. Russell's teased it on Instagram. Really? Lil's drinking tea because it's 10 a.m. there. I get that. Jay comes to Whiskey YouTube for an escape. I get that. I totally get that. Okay, I want to show you guys Ordinary People memes because they are hysterical. Don't forget to wear plenty of bug spray this weekend. You know how the mosquitoes get this time of year. It's just stupid stuff like that. You should come to our party this weekend. Well, I guess this is goodbye. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm so bad with names. Stuff like that. It's good stuff. It's good stuff. And Swan actually sent it to my Instagram. Well, it looks like I stopped sharing my screen too early. Huh. Says they'll be returning to shelves in 2022. Fabulous. I'm okay with that. If you can't trust Swan with that info, who can you trust? Very true. I'd trust Swan not just with that info. I trust Swan with my life, to bail me out of jail, to remind me to eat healthy, to spell my name correctly. Perry, Stranger Things, The Terminal List, and ObiWan all streaming in the next few days. What's the next show you're binging? ObiWan. ObiWan is... So, are we getting all of Stranger Things at once? Because if so, I mean, like, that's... I will still watch the new season of Stranger Things. I did not love season 3. I was a little bit bored of season 3. Or bored with season 3, excuse me. ObiWan, though, inject that directly into my vein, my guy. I can't wait much longer before this ObiWan series happens, because I'm dying for it, man. I am so excited. I cannot wait. Swan, we got to get another bottle of Russell's 13. That came originally courtesy of Eric Jansen. What's up, people? What's up with you, Julie Like? Hi, Julie. It's very good to see you. Hope you guys have a good stream tonight as well. Always trust your flock, indeed. If you can't trust your flock, who can you trust? The hunters who were in the blinds shooting at you? No, I don't think so. I know that it's just 2 episodes for the premiere, but I'm still gonna watch those first 2 episodes on repeat for a couple weeks. I mean, I'm just so excited about this. And there's an aspect of Star Wars TV shows that has been missing for me since they started with The Mandalorian. And I love The Mandalorian. It's a fantastic show. And I think that it's been the best show so far that they've done on Disney Plus with Star Wars. But the thing that's been missing for me has been Jedi and the Sith, and there being like that core conflict of Star Wars. So I'm just ready. I'm ready for this series. I've been ready for this series for a very long time. Nothing like a good flocking, indeed. In other words, flock you? Sure. Birds of a feather do indeed flock together. Birds of a feather are flocking outside. Ethan, my guy. We got a friggin' fish fan in here. Don't sleep on the terminal list. It's going to be stupid good. Chris Pratt is the man, and I love the books. I will have to check it out. I will say, though, I think I'm pretty much done with Jurassic Park and Jurassic World. After this movie, they can just kind of fade off into the distance for all I care. But that's just me. 31 in stream. Hello, all. Yes, I'm seeing 29 right now, but that's totally fine. Thank you guys so much for being here, especially before the half-hour mark. That rarely happens in here. But if you hit the bell notification and you remember that I do this every Thursday night, you will not be surprised. You can be in here right when the stream starts. Ethan said yes. I was listening to, so I'm in Lexington, Kentucky, and I was driving around today and I was listening to Fish Radio, and the 96 show from Lexington popped on, and I was like, yes, absolutely. Opens with Chalk Dust. Way, I think, is the second song. I mean, it's an absolutely banger of a show, but it's good stuff. Still surprised ObiWan isn't a movie. It would make $1 billion. It absolutely would make $1 billion. Sugar Kitty says, ooh, tasty looking fish. Seriously, even Solo was a movie, and Solo was not a very good movie either. They can go extinct. They can go extinct. The Jurassic movies. I think that's a very good way of putting it, Kendo. You know what I was going to say earlier, and I forgot this, but having that sip of Rare Breed reminded me that I would really like to see a double-barreled Wild Turkey product on the market, whether it's a Master's Keep thing or something like that. But man, I love Rare Breed so much. In this particular batch, I think this is I think this might be this year's batch, the one that I'm pouring from, or one of the batches from this year. There's something so gentle and creamy and sweet about it that I have kind of missed from the past couple of years, and they've been a little bit spice heavy, and they've also kind of leaned a little bit more corny. Not like youthful, but it just seems like not as developed of a palate, which I think is really odd for Wild Turkey. Regardless, though, I think they really brought it in 22. So, Rogue One is the best Star Wars movie to come out since Empire. That is a bold claim. I am a Last Jedi apologist. I really, really love that movie. And I understand that everything in the middle with Canto Bight and Rose and Finn is fine, and most people don't care for it. And I mean, it's not my favorite thing either. But I love Last Jedi. I really do love Rogue One too. Even just for that Darth Vader hallway fight scene alone. It's a killer movie. Jurassic Park is going to have more sequels than Friday the 13th and Halloween combined. I don't know about that. Do you think they will try to figure out how to get Mando to show up in Obi-Wan? Mando took over the Boba Fett show. Unless there's some like time travel thing that they carry over from Rebels. I doubt it. Because they're not exactly in the same time period. But hey, if they do, that's fine. I love Din Djarin. You listened to the EJ Curley episode and Mastodon Hushed and Grim on the way down. Nice, Dustin. That EJ Curley episode was a lot of fun. Jeff's with me on Last Jedi. You know what's funny? I could do a whole thing about this, but I think that Last Jedi is actually a really good representation of who Luke Skywalker is as the reluctant hero. Yeah, I could go on and on about it for a long time, but regardless, I think it's a very fine piece of film. So. So I'm going to go ahead and get this 15 stars, fine aged bourbon, timeless reserve, aged 14 years, poured up. Because this is my review. I'll probably come back to it. Ooh. My phone was causing issues. I apologize for that. Once again, here's the label. I doubt that my camera is going to focus automatically. Struggling with that. Come on, buddy. Dang it. Okay. Regardless, ObiWan. Yeah, I'm so ready for ObiWan. I'm just dropping stuff all over the place tonight, man. Moved on to a Redemption High Rye Barrel Proof. Sheesh. This stuff is good. Tasing, tasting, same thing. Yeah, Dixon really tases you with all those pours that he brings about for everyone. But so I'm going to let the 15 start open a little bit. I'm going to pour something else. I'm going to pour a little bit of this barrel bourbon batch 15 here. It's a little bit younger, but it's in about the same proof range as the 15 stars. Oh, it's a loud cork. I love this. I love this song. By the way, every time it shows up in a lo-fi playlist, I'm like, this is a good lo-fi playlist. So. Camera has one job to do. Nope, not gonna do it. Yep, sounds about right. So as I kind of alluded to, I outright said it. This is the beginning of This Is My Bourbon Weekend 2022. 2.0 or 2 or whatever you want to call it. But I'm so excited. And for those of you who are here in the stream watching, or if you're listening after the fact and you're coming to the meetup or you're already here, and I'm going to repeat this like a bajillion times anyway this weekend, it blows me away that there are as many people coming as there are. And I'm so thankful to you guys for wanting to take the time and the money and just the energy to spend it with myself and Eric and to come kind of blindly into what we're doing and trusting that we've got something really great planned for you, because we do have something really great planned for you for this weekend. I think you're going to enjoy it a lot. I think the people who didn't get to make it this year are going to see the people who did make it and see everything that happened and go, next year I'm there. Next year. I mean, it's I don't want to talk about next year yet because this year hasn't even finished up. I mean, we got 2 or 3 days left of insanity and so much fun and good times and good pours and us just being with each other. And I can't wait. I can't wait for it. Hendo says, I'll try to make it next year for sure. All good, buddy. I understand. Hot toddy, Mr. Todd Cooper himself. Evening all, just finished packing the car. Less than 12 hours till I'm there with everyone. Can't wait. Can't wait. And Bill says, I'll be there next year. I know you will, Bill. I trust you. I'm going to have a couple sips of this barrel batch 15, and then I'm going to move on to my review for the evening. My palate's been a little bit worn out recently. Barrel batch 15. It's a little sweet on the nose, kind of strawberries and cream. What makes this batch distinct from most other batches is that it's only from two states. It's only from Kentucky and Tennessee, where they sourced from. And we also haven't seen, since like batch 24, a 9.5-year-old batch of barrel. So that's a pretty exciting thing as well. I would say it's not really skewing so much Kentucky bourbon. I think it's leaning a little bit more towards Tennessee, but I don't hate it. I think it's a nice balanced blend between the two. Yeah, that's good stuff. That's some pretty fantastic stuff right there. What's the proof? It's like, yeah, 107.6. Not bad. Not bad. A good easy sipper. Might show up this weekend too. I don't know. Haven't decided yet. Truth be told. But... I just remembered something. This is the official Bourbon Weekend shirt, by the way. This, it looked like Eddie Burback in the first video where he said, yikes. Yikes! There we go. Meme that. But so I was a little late on getting this logo done. But what's going on, Mike Meyer? Good to see you. But for the future, that design will always be up on our Threadless store. So Ben says, so won't be there this weekend, but just might be there next week. Ben, I would love to see you if you do make it in next week. Cornholio. I am Cornholio. Thanks, Lil. I said this recently. Speaking of Cornholio, I tweeted this a couple weeks ago, but I had a dream that I met Beavis and Butthead in real life, but they were real. Like they looked. Sorry, I lost my train of thought. They looked like they were real. They weren't like the animation. It was like you just, they were in real life with real flesh and skin and hair and everything. It was weird. But they were being driven around by Ryan Gosling, who had Chris Evans's mustache in the new movie that they're in together, which was just it was so weird. It was such a bizarre collection of things. Anyway. Live action Beavis and Butthead would be a trip. Yes, they would be. You mean you were a guest on 21090? I have not been a guest on 21090 yet. Those guys are awesome, though. I've not seen a whole lot of their stuff, but what I have, they're awesome. I have plenty of time to hang if I get my ass there. Are you in Lexington? Or I'm in Lexington. Yeah. So, would be dope. Either way. Be cool to see you. If not, and you're just here and you only have time to, like, do planned events, go for it as well. By no means am I upset by that. All right. Let's talk about this review. This 14-year, 15 stars, timeless reserve. Bourbon. It doesn't say Kentucky Straight or anything, so let's try to find a little bit more information so I can show you guys as well. All right, here we go. Let's go Chrome tab. Okay. So 15 stars timeless reserve. This is from the Lane Report, LaneReport.com. 15 stars, a whiskey brand that honors Kentucky's rich distilling heritage from 1795. Not true. 1792 is when Kentucky was founded. Until today, we'll hit... Oh, I guess 1795 is actually... No, 1792 is when Kentucky was founded. We'll hit shelves in early April. Timeless Reserve is a marriage of Kentucky bourbons aged 14 years and older. Founders Rick Johnson and Ricky Johnson will use special strains of corn, black corn, and a patriotic mix of red, white, and blue corn for future releases being distilled and warehoused in Bardstown, Kentucky. I love the dedication to the bit. I think that's great. Because it is 15 stars, it's named after the original 15 stars that were on the American flag. Right? That's right. Right? Did I mess up there? Perry, did you really drive your bus all the way to Grease's house? I did drive the bus. Well, so I had so story time before I get into this, I guess. I had a tour last week. I had to drop off a group in Nashville. And so I was like, well, I may as well just go down to Franklin to see Will and Grease. 13 stars? Oh, okay. So 15 stars was when Kentucky joined, I guess, then. Yeah, 15 stars is when Kentucky joined. I apologize. I'm very sorry for that. It's been a long time since my civics class, my U.S. history class. Sorry. But yeah, I drove down to Franklin to go see Will and Grease, and I was on my way to my Airbnb. I was a little bit later than I had intended to be, and I was texting Grease and Will, and I said, it's going to be a little bit later before I get there. Is that okay? He said, no, come on straight here because I got to put the girls to bed around 9. And I was like, great. I said, can I park in front of the house? And he said, yeah, that's fine. And so I roll up in front of the house in my tour bus. And it's not big. It's not a huge, it's a 14-seater. But it was pretty funny. It was pretty hysterical, Julie, that I pulled up. That was one of the funnier moments of the entire night. But oh no, if I come, I'll have a ton of time. Literally going to be working for my Airbnb or hotel if it happens. Sweet. Just hit me up. Just hit me up. Emily Chambers says, be safe this weekend, party people. See y'all in a bit. Thanks, Emily. Wish you could make it. Would have been fun to have you around as well. All right, 15 stars. Fine aged bourbon. Sorry, my allergies are getting to me a little bit. It's a really dense nose. Very rich, very oaky. The caramel is very present as well. There's some cherry syrup that's thrown around in there. You know what it kind of reminds me of is vanilla ice cream with cherry syrup on it. Saw the video Grease posted. It was pretty dang funny. Ethan, I don't know where it was sourced from. This release says the first release will contain, is how I finished that sentence, or finish that word, Kentucky straight bourbon whiskey from 2 different mash bills and ages to capture a more rounded, complex drinking experience. The Johnsons use flavor proofing to present the whiskey at the proof that they believe provides the very best neat drinking experience for each release. So not really sure where it's coming from. But we do know it's at least 14 years. 103 proof. So it's got a lot going for it. Hi, John from the Embellish Podcast. Sorry I'm late. I was busy being awesome AF. Swan says this old Overholt 114 is just so darn good. It's true. It is great. Oh, and Ethan agrees with you as well. Ethan, I feel like this is the beginning of a beautiful friendship. You're kind of fitting right in with all of us, man. So, we got links for everything in the description of the video. Please come hang out with us from time to time. Yeah, there's quite a bit of oak on the nose as well. I like this nose a lot. I really do. Now that I'm getting into the review portion, I'm going to lower the music just a bit. Yeah, I am getting a little bit more cherry syrup the longer that I spend with the nose. But yeah, let's go in for a taste. That sucked. Nah, that also sucked. There we go. It's a little dry up front. Once it kind of settles onto your palate, then it becomes a little rosy. A little bit of that strawberry comes through, a little bit of cherry. It's quite sweet. I mean, it's not until the back end of the palate that things start to kind of darken up. With some peanut brittle, a little bit of milk chocolate mixed in there as well. Kind of like if you drizzled milk chocolate on peanut brittle. A little pop of citrus. The oak is there, but it's not nearly as present as it was at the beginning of the palate. So all in all, a really interesting bourbon. I think the finish is nice. It's a little bit lighter. It kind of evaporates a little bit the more that you're kind of moving your tongue around and talking about it. But it's good. I mean, I'm not upset by it at all. Now, I will say the one thing that I don't know about this is the price. Well, now I know the MSRP. And this is coming from TheWhiskeyChannelDotCom. Father and son duo, Rick and Ricky Johnson. Yeah, according to TheWhiskeyWatch.com, this is a $297 bottle. So it's not cheap. I mean, it's in that it's in that ultra premium category. Swan says, Perry, I'm going to crash one of your streams one day. I'll just show up at your place midstream. Fine by me. I got no problem with that. That doesn't bug me. Oh my gosh. The more that it sits open, the more it becomes just kind of a more like full bouquet with some really nice kind of fall spice to it as well. And when I say bouquet, I don't mean like just a bunch of like flowers and everything. It's just got a nice round quality to it on the nose. Yeah, the cherryness of it is really sticking around more than anything right now. A little bit of cedar, which is quite nice. It's just so different, and it's something that I could imagine being paired really well with a like a sun-grown cigar. Sorry, I've had something in my teeth. But it's really nice. $280 is a lot, no matter how you slice it. I mean, that's close to $300, which kind of pushes that territory of what could I be getting aside from it that I already know I like. And I think that that's a fair assessment, because to drop that much money on something that is a new product that you have no experience with is challenging. And it's truly something that people would struggle with. So I'm of two minds about it, because this is very good, but it can be kind of tough with the price. And you think about the work, you think about the blending and everything that's gone into it. Also, the longer my hair gets, the more like crazy hipstery I look. Just kind of look like I've gone full like sabbatical mode. I'm trying to contain it. I'm not going to have it cut before Saturday, so sorry everybody who's going to be at the live show. Mainly my wife. I'm joking. Grow it out. This is about as long as I can handle it. And it's not super long, but it's getting past the point of manageable, honestly. And I've had short hair for most of my life, but I think I'm in a period where I'm getting probably 2 or 3 haircuts a year now. So I'll probably get it. I'll get it cut before we go to the beach. And then I'll probably get it cut again in October. And then just kind of let it grow out until about the same time. It's just the cycle of it, I suppose. But I can't go to a hot beach, a hot vacation with long hair again. I did that once and it was a nightmare. So we'll see. Packing for the weekend while I hang with you. This is a black tie affair, right? Yes, but only tuxedo t-shirts. David and Kira are going to be there. So what musical instrument are you taking? I'm gonna be bringing my guitar for sure. I mean, because I don't see why not. I got this. Okay, I haven't talked about this on anything yet. Hold on. I bet it's not even in tune. Ugh. So I got this. Hold on. Shut up, music. Ethan also hasn't cut his hair since COVID lockdown. I got this thing. It's called a Laylay, and it's it's a guitar on top, but it's a ukulele on the bottom. So you can kind of live in both worlds. Have I perfected Wonderwall? Wait. So yes, it's been a long time since I played Wonderwall, but I love this little guitar. It's so much fun. I'm gonna wind up taking it on vacation with me as well. But yeah. Oh, let me start the music back. Darren's here. Darren Wright. Hi, Darren. Good to see you. Spicy and inbred. At least he's better than Shane. Does Shane play too? I didn't know that. If anybody's wondering, it's in the key of B flat, so or G minor. Wait, that was it? Cool. Did I write/play the podcast music? Yes, I did. That is me playing the wait. Yeah, that's me. Sorry, I'll stop playing guitar right now. But Shane always gets the guitar out. I didn't know that. I guess I've not noticed that before. But yeah, I've been playing guitar since I was 12 or 13. So yeah, I've got an album too from 2014, so 8 whole years ago. But here's this guitar, the guitar Laylay that I bought. It's really nice. It's really pretty and cool, and it wasn't super expensive either on Amazon. It was like $200. So yeah, I don't talk about the music stuff very often on the podcast or anything, but whatever happened to the electric version of the opening song? I still have it. Ethan says double swim. Yeah, buddy. Yeah. But I'm still working on the electric version. It's not an ovation, even though it looks like it. It's called the brand is like caramel, for those of you who need the that pronunciation again. But yeah, it looks like an ovation though, so I get that. But yeah, I'm still working on the electric version of the theme. That's strictly going to be for like special events and for YouTube videos, but the acoustic version is still going to stay with the actual podcast. So You tried to learn guitar, but it hurt your fingers and you stopped. Your niece has the guitar now. Tale as old as time. Also, did I say hi to Bobby Thomas? The one half of my favorite couple in the world. One half of one of my favorite couples in the world, Bobby. I've talked about before on stream, on podcast, about my good friend. Also, hi Stacy. Hi Jason from Mash and Drum. Jason says, "What's up, folks? Can't wait to see everyone this weekend." Can't wait to see you too, either, buddy. But Bobby Thomas is the father of one of my best friends, one of my favorite people in the entire world, Billy Thomas, who in 2018 passed away from a heart attack. And he and I shared a very special bond, not only through music, but also through Knob Creek Small Batch, which is 100 proof 9-year-old bourbon. And when every time I drink Knob Creek, I think about Billy. But that being said, I think about Billy literally every day of my life. And he was a ridiculously bright, shining light, not just for me, but for a lot of people in this world. And when we lost him, it was one of the greatest absences that I will ever feel in my entire life. Ever feel. So, when I talk about Billy, just know his dad still hangs out and comes in and checks on me every now and then, which, yeah, that brings me a lot of joy. So, yeah. So, hey, Paparitter's here. Speaking of dads, Paparitter says, "Hi all, our internet is out. Kathy has COVID and we are going to miss you all this weekend." Yes, there will be no Mama or Paparitter this is my bourbon weekend because my mom unfortunately has COVID, which I hate. I hate that I'm going to miss you guys there, but you got to be safe. You got to take care of yourselves. So, always drink one for Billy, indeed. Cheers to him. I had brought, so I've told this story before, but this is for anybody new. I was in my early days of being a bourbon guy. And Billy and I were playing in this band together. It was called All the Little Pieces. And we would go down to Nashville and play shows. We'd do little mini tours where we'd play a bunch of shows like in Nashville. And we had this one Airbnb, and there was just a creek out behind the house, and we would just sit there. I would bring along a bottle of Knob Creek Small Batch, and we would just sit there and drink it together. And it's one of my favorite memories. One of the best memories I have. In that little kind of happy place where everything just kind of felt right. And you felt at peace and you didn't feel like you were missing anything. And I'll never have that specific feeling again with Billy. Which breaks my heart, man. It breaks my heart. It always does. Every day when I think about him. That breaks my heart. And it wasn't just when we played music on stage together. It was him saying, "I can't wait to drink some Knob Creek with you again." And I was like, yeah, man. So that's Billy. That's Billy, man. of my favorite people. All right, so I guess after all the sappiness and all of the crazy little diversions and tangents and whatnot, I got to actually review the 15 stars fine aged bourbon, timeless reserve, 14 years old, 103 proof. So I normally review things on a scale of nose, palate, finish, and price. Each category is out of 5, with a final score out of 20. Multiply by 5, that's typically out of 100. I would say the nose is about a 3 for me. It's got a lot going for it. And even now, like, it started to kind of develop as well the longer that it sat open in my glass. And I'm starting to get more savory notes. I'm really starting to get some, like, more noticeable peanut butter notes, too. Yeah, so 3 for me on the nose. The palate is so rich and it's so deeply complex, and it changes on taste to taste to taste. I really enjoy the palate. I wish that it skewed a little bit. It just balanced out a little bit, not skewed necessarily, but balanced out a little bit with a slight bit more of sweetness, which is not something that I would typically expect myself to say. Here we are, though. I just think that the oakiness of it all kind of leads towards being a little bit more bitter. Not bad by any means. I think palate, I'm also going to give it a 3. Yeah. Finish, I think, is nice and light, kind of airy. Really improves over time with some more visits, I would say. It evaporates a little bit quickly, but I don't think that's to its detriment. Everything is still there. There's a nice, like, French vanilla thing going on there as well. 2.5 on the finish. And price for $279. Boy, that's rough. That's a lot of money, man. And there's so many things that I think that people could get on a smaller scale that are more accessible and also just more affordable. But that being said, I would like to have a bottle of this in my collection. It's just a lot of money. It's just a lot of money. At $279, I do appreciate the fact that it's age stated. I like that it's a little bit higher proof than you would typically get with a newer release at 103 proof. All things considered, value and everything. 2 out of 5. And I hate to do that. But it is just how it is. And I mean, I get sent so many samples for review from distilleries and from NDPs and companies just wanting me to talk about it. And I will definitely talk about it, but I also have the caveat of I'm going to be as honest as I can. And I mean, this was sent to me free of charge. And so these are my genuine thoughts on it. They are not being colored by the fact that I didn't pay for it. That's just where I am with this. So let's see. I had 3.5. That's 6.5. I had 2.5. That's a 9 and a 2. 11 out of 20. This is not a recommend. It's just if you see it, free of charge opinions. There you go. If you see it and you're kind of wanting to splurge on something, I think you should. I think that it's something fun and something interesting to pull out of your collection for people. And especially if you're Kentuckian and you have a lot of Kentucky pride, you know, it's going to feel like something that you can share with other people and go, look, I'm from Kentucky. Look how cool I am. And look at something that's special to me. But yeah, anyway. I just want to say thank you to 15 Stars for sending me this sample for a review. And I look forward to seeing what they do in the future. And I also look forward to seeing everybody at This Is My Bourbon Weekend coming up here in the next few days. I'm going to go hang out with some of the folks who are here already. I'm going to Uber over and just say what's up for a little bit. But I think that does it for this week's episode of TIMBP Live. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. If you have not yet, go follow the show on social media. It's at My Bourbon Pod. Everywhere that we are, you can go. You can send us an email if you have questions or comments to thisismybourbonshop@gmail.com. You can check out all of our apparel and merchandise at bourbonshop.threadless.com, including the brand new My Bourbon Weekend shirt. Yikes! I keep thinking I look like Eddie Burback when he says yikes. Check out the podcast wherever you get podcasts. Leave us a 5-star rating and review. We will read those out here on the on the podcast and also here on the YouTube channel, I guess, since we're now doing YouTube videos for the podcast. And you can support the show at patreon.com/mybourbonpodcast for as little as $1 a month. For as little as $5 a month, you get bonus content like the pregame chats, like Pours from the Floor, like Sips. No, what's the other thing called? Samply Irresistible. There we go. And I think that is about it. I'm so excited for this weekend. I'm so excited to see you guys. I can't express that enough. Thank you so much for choosing to spend your time with me. And that's it. See y'all real soon. Till then, I'm Perry, and this is TIMBP Live.